Okay, dude, so straight into it. This is the 28-day 10K roadmap. So specifically for coaches and consultants who are already at the sort of six figures per year mark and want to add an extra $10,000 to $20,000 or pounds per month in pure profit with this unbelievably effective but stupidly simple strategy that I've been using for the last few months. So without further ado, let's get stuck straight into the roadmap, and I'm going to take you through this step by step. So just to reiterate, a bit of a note here who this is and isn't for. This is for coaches or consultants or service providers who are already at the sort of six figures per year mark. If you're brand new to the game, if you're just getting started out, or if you're just at your first sort of 3 to 5K per month, then I wouldn't do this strategy, just simply because there's a good chance that you don't have enough social proof, you haven't validated your offer, the market doesn't know who you are enough to buy into something like this. But if you're beyond that point, then this is an incredible way to add extra profit to your business with zero stress. It's so good. So if this is you and you're still here, let's dive into this. And we're gonna chunk this training down into 4 phases. The first phase is the offer, okay? So what it is that you're actually gonna be packaging up, and we're chunking this down into 2 offers. We're gonna have a front end offer and a back end offer, and I'll show you how those things tie in together. The second thing we're gonna look at is finding customers, and specifically I'm gonna give you 3 great strategies, 1 for email, 2 for social media, to find customers. I'm not going to go into too much detail here because I've got heaps and heaps of training both on this channel and in my free school community, which is linked in the description, by the way. If you're a coach or a consultant who is not in my free school community, then you are missing out. We've got over 350 coaches and consultants in there now, using the free resources, chatting to me personally in my DMs in there. Make sure you get in. Oh, and also, if you DM me the word pineapple once you get into the free school community, I will unlock an absolute gem for you. So DM me the word pineapple. The third thing is we're going to look at how to sell the damn thing, right? So I'm going to show you how to find the customers. And then once you've got people who show interest, how do you actually get them over the line to become paying customers? I'm going to show you how to do that. And then finally, the 4th phase of this training is the delivery. Like, what is it that you're actually going to be delivering to these people for them to get an amazing result, to shout your name from the rooftops, and to stay with you for the foreseeable future. So if you're ready, amigo, let's dive into this. Let's get into phase 1, which is the offer. So let's chunk this down. Who is it for? Okay, who is the offer for? Now, if you're at 100K a year or more, then there's a good chance you know your dream client avatar inside out, right? You haven't got to this point by mistake. But just to reiterate a few points, I want you to be really clear on not just the surface level niche that you're working for or you're trying to attract, but also a layer deeper. So to give you an example, I could say I work with online coaches and consultants. If I went a layer deeper, I might say I work with online coaches and consultants who are stuck at 10K per month and hate sending cold DMs. Okay, so I've gone a layer deeper with the dream client avatar, and it just speaks to people a little bit more specifically, and it attracts the type of person that I ultimately want to work with. So I want you to think about that as we move through this process. The second part of the offer that we're going to look at is how much. What are you going to be charging for this thing? And we're going to chunk this down into 2 offers. So we're going to have your front end offer and your back end offer. So let's start with your front end offer. Now, I want you to take the normal monthly rate of your coaching service and cut it in half. Okay, so as an example, let's say your normal monthly coaching rate is $500. Then this front end offer is going to be $250. Okay, nice and simple. That is all you're going to do. Now, if you don't charge monthly, let's say you have a year-long package and it's $5,000 for the year. Okay, let's keep this maths really simple. Let's say you have a 10-month package, which you probably don't, but let's just roll with this. Let's say your coaching package is 10 months long and it's $5,000 for the 10 months, then we know that on average, your monthly rate is about $500. That's how you work out your monthly rate, okay? Just take what it is on average across your program length. How long is this thing gonna last, okay? What do they get and how long for? So this is gonna be a 30-day incubator, accelerator, call it what you want. I call mine the Remote Pro 30-day incubator, okay? And it costs half the amount of my typical monthly rate, which is what yours is going to be as well, right? That is your front end offer. So reminder and recap here, I'll put some numbers up on the screen. Let's say your normal monthly rate is $500. this front end offer that you're going to sell here is going to be $250 for 30 days. That simple, okay? Nice and easy. Your back end offer, the thing that we're going to sell people into, and I'll come onto this in more detail when we go through the sales section, is going to be your normal core offer minus what they've paid for the incubator. Okay, so your normal core offer is $5,000 for the year, for the 10 months. You're going to sell that minus the $250 that they've already paid. Super simple, okay? So phase 2, let's look at finding customers. And as I said to you previously, we're going to chunk this down into 3 areas. The first area, right, really nice and easy, is a social media post, several social media posts across all of your platforms in this 5130 format. So 5130, if you don't know what it stands for, is the 5 stands for the amount of people that you're looking for. The 1 stands for the one outcome that you're going to help those people to achieve. And the 30 stands for the number of days that they're going to be doing the thing. So you don't have to follow that exact number set, but it gives you an idea of this framework. So this kind of sounds like this when it's playing out. I'm looking for 5 online coaches or consultants stuck at 10K per month who hate sending cold DMs, who want to add 10K per month in pure profit in the next 30 days. That's a 5130 post. So just make your equivalent, right? So whether you're attracting people who want to lose weight, maybe you're helping people with their relationships, maybe you're helping people with their finances, however you help your coaching clients, you're going to make a 5130 post or several 5130 posts following that framework. It works really well, and it's worked very well for a long time. The second strategy is the story strategy. I call this the supercharged story strategy because it's phenomenal, right? The first part in making this work is you need to let your Instagram stories go completely dead for 24 hours. Now, I'm just hypothesizing here, but my guess is that when you let your stories go dead on Instagram, the algorithm wants to reward you for returning to the platform and posting on stories again, right? Because their whole goal and aim is to get people to use the platform and to keep people on the platform for as long as they possibly can. So the way that they incentivize you to keep posting on your stories is they bump the reach and engagement on that first story back. So you go dead for 24 hours and then you post on your stories and the engagement will be increased on that specific story, which becomes really useful when we're trying to sell something. So what we do is we go quiet for 24 hours and then we follow a similar 5130 framework with some text on that story, and then we add a sticker tap, okay? Now the sticker tap is amazing because every time someone taps the sticker, it counts as engagement on the algorithm, okay? So you're telling Instagram that people are engaging with this content, which means that they push it out to even more of your audience. So if you normally only get 200 or 300 views on a regular Instagram story, when you follow this strategy, you will get 1,000, 1,500, even 2,000 views on that story, which is amazing for selling this front end offer, okay? So just follow that theme. You know, I'm looking for 5 coaches who want to add 10K a month in the next 30 days, tap the sticker for all of the info, and then we're just going to reach out and message everyone who taps the sticker. The third and final strategy that we're going to look at is your email list. So if you've got an email list, you're going to send out a 9-word email. Again, one of my favorite ways to get hands up and get inquiries through email marketing. Really simple subject line that basically says first name question mark, which creates a huge amount of intrigue. And then the body of the text is just, are you still interested in X outcome? So for me, it would be, are you still interested in growing your coaching business this year? It gets tons and tons of replies. It's called a 9-word email because it's short and sweet and to the point, but it gets loads of replies. And then everybody who replies to that email is going to be sent phase 3, which is the way that we sell this thing. So let's come on to phase 3, selling the thing. We're really just going to keep this simple and create an offer document and a Stripe link. It's really that simple, right? Now, a couple of key points to keep in mind when creating your offer document. There are some points that you're going to want to hit to make this offer document effective at selling your front end offer. Who it is and isn't for. We have to make that really clear at the beginning of the document. What are the outcomes that you are working towards in the 30-day front end offer? What is the timeline that the client can expect to go through? Like, what are they going to have to achieve at what point of the program? A VSL, a video sales letter that basically explains in detail how you help people, the results that you get, what your business is all about. Some frequently asked questions answered, preferably as a video, tons and tons of social proof and case studies of clients who've achieved amazing things with you, and then all of the pricing and the next steps as a CTA with your Stripe payment link for people to check out. That is your offer document. Once you've done these 3 finding customers strategies and you've got people showing interest, you just send them that offer document and they read through it, they go, yep, this is for me, I really want to do this, and they check out via the Stripe payment link, okay? Just as a bit of a bonus point here, it makes sense that you redirect your Stripe payment links to an automated onboarding process. I use a Gamma page. People can fill in the consultation form on that page, and it means that they're not waiting around for me to get in touch with them once they've checked out. It's all automated and it speeds up the process and reduces buyer's remorse. So that's the front end offer. That's how we're going to sell the front end offer with this really simple offer document and Stripe link. How do we sell people into the back end offer, which is your full core program? Well, nice and easily, we're just going to send them an upsell individual Loom video in weeks 3 or 4, okay? So in weeks 3 or 4 of the program, you're just going to create a really nice personalized Loom video sent to that individual customer and just say, look, I've loved working with you. You've achieved some amazing things over the last 3 weeks. I want to continue working with you. Here are your options. And it really is that simple. And what I found over the last few months of implementing this strategy is you typically get about a 50% conversion rate from sending those personalized Loom videos to converting into a full core offer client, basically. So when you run some really simple numbers here, let's say your front end offer is $250 and you manage to sell 10 customers into that, there's 2.5K. And then you convert half of those customers into full paying clients at 5K. So you get 5 customers at 5K. You've easily surpassed your target of hitting that extra 10 to 20K a month, right? It's simply the best thing that I've been doing over the last few weeks. It's really, really good. So let's talk about the final phase of this thing, which is the delivery. This is the most important thing to get right, because if you want to convert people from the front end offer into the back end offer, you have to get the delivery right in the front end. And the easiest way to put this is you deliver everything that you would in your full one-to-one package in the front end offer. And this is where people make mistake with low ticket programs, right? They start taking things away. They go, well, this thing's cheap, so I'm going to take away the one-to-one coaching, or I'm going to take away the course material, or I'm not going to give them access to the community. And the problem with that approach is that people come away from the process not being impressed by what you do. And we want to have the opposite effect if we want to upsell them, right? We want to blow them away with your service so that when you send your upsell Loom video in weeks 3 or 4, they're like, absolutely, I want to stay on board. This has been incredible. So in your front end offer, it's really, really key that you deliver absolutely everything to the highest standard that you can to put your best foot forward and make upselling really just a matter of formality than anything else. And that is it. That is the whole entire strategy in 4 simple phases. This has helped me add an extra between 10 and 30K a month over the last few months just by rinsing and repeating this strategy with my audience. And it's worked really, really well. So give it a try. As I said previously, if you're not in my school community, then join in the description below for more training just like this. And I will see you on the next video. Peace and love.